G'day golfers. Today we're really going to challenge ourselves with 4 super difficult lies around the greens. We're going to show you what clubs you should play and how to play them. Welcome to Aussie Golf Pros. I'm around the 13th green at Monash Country Club and this is challenge number 1. Elevated green, I've got 4 metres of green to work with and it runs away to the pin and I've got a poor lie. It's sitting down in the grass. What do? Well, the fact is you've got to work out how soft the ground is. So grab your sand wedge or lob wedge, have a practice swing, and if there's a little bit of give there, then even though the ball's sitting down a little bit, we can still slide that sand wedge underneath the ball and get the loft we need. We might not be able to get it to stop right next to the pin, but we'll still give ourselves a chance of par. So we've had some rain, there's some moisture there, so I reckon we can slide that club underneath the golf ball. I've got sand wedge here, 56 degrees. You can use lob wedge as well. Going to open that face up, set up open, and we're going to slide underneath. Nice long swing, and here's the real key important aspect here, soft hands. We've got to have soft hands so that we can slide that club underneath. If we're too tense, we're just going to get this jump type shot and it's going to end up going over the green. Another key aspect here is where the shaft is. If I get a little bit too steep here, I'm going to dig in too much and that's going to be too inconsistent. So I want to be quite shallow. I want that shaft behind me, nice and shallow here, and that's going to help the club slide underneath as well. So I've opened that face up, not a full flop shot, but I've opened up quite a bit. See if I can slide that club under the ball. Pretty happy with that. Okay, so it's rolled around 10 foot past, but I've managed to slide that sand wedge underneath, get myself back in play, chance of par, despite having a bit of a poor lie there. Now, if you don't feel ready to hit that shot, then grab the hybrid, take the safe option, bump it up there, and you've still got your chance of your par. Don't forget that hybrid or chip and run option with the 7-iron, but I like hybrid from those poor lies as well. But if you want to have a go with the sand wedge, see if you can slide it underneath. All right, that's challenge number 1. Let's head over to the second really tough shot. Check this out. That's deep. That grass is, it's about 4 inches deep there. I can just see the top of the golf ball, and this lie is pretty common around lush and grassy golf courses. The ball is really deep, so I'm going to use a lot of loft again. I had no plan to use sand wedge for all of these shots, it's just worked out that way. And if you're in a thick lie like this and the ball's buried deep in that thick grass, then you're going to need plenty of loft. You can't get a hybrid or a 7-iron chip and run of this. You've got to use plenty of loft. I've got the 56 degree sand wedge again. And the important thing here is to get low enough. What a lot of golfers tend to do here is just not get deep enough and hit the ball in the guts, hit the ball in the middle or the top of the golf ball. Lucky to get out and definitely won't get the result that you're looking for. So a couple of practice swings, feeling the dirt, feeling the earth underneath. Not good enough just to be brushing the grass. You want to hear that dirt underneath. And again, opening the face slightly helps us just cut through that thick, deep grass and get the loft that we're after. So I've got a bit of green to work with. It is downhill, so I'm going to pop it up as high as I can, but you've got to realize it's not going to stop very quickly because of the rough. There's some grass that's going to get trapped in between the ball and the club, fill up those grooves, and we're not going to get the backspin that we possibly want. So we want plenty of height. That's why I'm going to open that face up, apart from the fact that it's going to cut through that grass more easily. The other thing I'm going to do is use a wristy long stroke here. I want momentum. I'm going to be turning through. I want to keep that club moving through the grass. Try not to get snagged up. Rightio. A little bit left. I think it's going to break right slightly. Get down nice and low to it. I want to hear that dirt underneath the golf ball. Well, it's going to be a little big. Just past the pin, but it's out. I've got a putt from a par and I've got out of that thick grass. Well, this is a real nasty one. Golf ball's just rolled through the edge. I've come off the grass and look at that. That's just dirt. That's awful. And this really does strike fear into a lot of players, but it need not. We can play this like a bunker shot. Yes, it's dirt, but it's still some give there, some loose soil, and with a little bit different technique, we can play this like a bunker shot and get a pretty good result out of this tough lie. So a sand wedge would do here, but I'm going to choose the lob wedge just because it's got a little bit less bounce than the sand wedge. Because it's firm, it's dirt, it's not sand, so it's firmer than the bunker. So I don't really need the bounce to glide through the sand. I want to dig down, I don't want to hear the ball. I'm going to use a bit of a wristy action. I'm going to have to with this tree in my backswing as well. And I want to hit down into the dirt. I don't want to hear the ball. So I don't need a great deal of bounce. Bit of a V-shaped swing. I'm going to hinge the wrists a lot, dig down into it. Oh yeah, I like that. And it spun like a bunker shot as well. I didn't hear the ball. All I did was just get enough power through that dirt. You're going to hit it harder than the chip, but not as hard as a bunker shot. And that really can get you out of a lot of trouble with some bad lies around the greens. Muddy lies, whenever you don't have any grass, you can play this mini bunker type shot to get you out of trouble. So we come to our fourth and final challenge around this 13th green, and probably the most difficult. We've got an awful lie. It's downhill, dirt underneath the golf ball, there's a clump of grass behind the ball as well. Down and then up to the green, and then downhill to the pin. I've got no chance of pulling this shot off with the sand wedge, so we're going to leave that club alone. There's no way I could get a sand wedge underneath that ball. And that's the key here. You've got to ascertain your lie before choosing your club. A lot of golfers just choose their favourite club and then just go ahead just regardless of what the lie is like. So with the hybrid, I'm just going to play a bump and run here. I could putt it, but I need a bit more power than that to get through this grass and these leaves. And the hybrid is going to give me that extra power, as well as being easier to hit out of these really bad lies. It's quite easy to double hit a putt. I've done a video on hybrid chips around the greens before. It's up here in the corner. Check that out. And let's have a go at this fourth and final challenge. Quite firm to get through this grass, but I don't need to get underneath the golf ball with this club. I'm not even going to touch the grass. I'm just going to hit it in the middle of the ball. And there's no way I'd achieve that result. Oh, nearly. With a sand wedge or lob wedge. So the lie just wasn't good enough. And so you really need to leave your ego at home when you've got a lie like this and choose that bump and run option. And if there's a bunker in the way, well, you might need to go around it. There's no way I could have got sand wedge underneath that. So I take the safer option, get it back in play, give myself a chance of par, and be sensible. Thank you for watching. So if you'd like to work on some standard chip shots, then pop over to this video here. We'll help you to work on your technique. And let's face it, doesn't matter how easy the lie is, these shots all need our full attention. We hope you've really enjoyed learning how to be more versatile from these tougher lies and learning some different options around the greens too. Remember, we definitely want to check out the lie before choosing your club to use around the greens, and you're only limited by your imagination. Learn to be versatile and you'll be a much stronger player around the greens. Are you the best golfer you can be? God. And as you can see, it just hopped up there. Ooh, just missed. Far out, that was awful. I am going to keep doing this until I get it right.
Merry Christmas, ho, ho, ho.